civil wars that have been initiated, that had been started and have carried out for years together by the Balochi people. It's not just Balochistan. There have been rebels from Pakistan occupied Kashmir. The Tehreek-e-Taliban have also started initiating attacks on the military establishment in Pakistan, rebelling, wanting their own land, wanting freedom and independence from Pakistan. In wake of the atrocities that have been meted out, systematic cleansing of these communities, so that the dominant Punjabi community continues to be the strong establishment, which is what the Pakistani army is made out of. And do you think this is come to backfire Pakistan in a really bad way?
I think there is an element of blowing the situation out of proportion. There are problems in Balochistan province, and there is a genuine resentment within some segments of the Baloch population. But if somebody thinks that this can lead to a separation of a Balochistan as a separate country, I think they are living in fool's paradise. This is certainly not possible. These irritants would continue, and I think bigger part of the problem is not India, but India has a contributing role in terms of providing them funding.
How has India provided funding? What proof do you have that India has provided funding? You continue to make claims that Afghanistan Taliban government is the one that is supporting Balochi movement, and don't you think you are the one who is the terror hub? You are the one who has been giving safe havens in Abbottabad to Osama bin Laden, Hafiz Saeed, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Jamaat-ud-Dawa. They are all homegrown terrorists who have built their organizations in Pakistan with the support, with the financial aid that is provided by the Pakistan army, by the ISI, who have been spreading terror in Kashmir, who have been spreading terror against India through the Khalistani wing that they have also been able to create. There are a number of questions, Javed Rana, and you at this point of time pointing fingers at India is not really going to help your cause. Let's take a look at this other development that has come in. The Pakistani army has sent 200 coffins to Quetta, and the coffins are stationed at Quetta railway station. Pakistan government has prepared for the worst. There are 214 hostages still in the BLA custody. I am also being joined by Major General Shashi Asthana. Shashi Asthana, a situation very tense. Do you think the Baloch Liberation Army is going to at this particular stage, this particular time, be able to get its way, which is to have its prisoners released from Pakistani jails?
See, this is a very serious hijacking case wherein the Baloch Liberation Army, and it's not only the Baloch Liberation Army, all the Baloch terror groups or insurgent groups, they have combined together. And this operation is like a military operation with fair amount of intelligence and fair amount of precision, which they have been able to adopt. Now there are conflicting narratives, as the previous speaker was trying to mention, that Baluch, they have released their videos, and they claim that there are 214 Pakistani soldiers with them, as well as in addition, all the ladies and children have been released by them voluntarily. And after the train stopped, thereafter they have done this sifting of the people, all the hostages, and having released the others, they have retained the Pakistani military personnel. Now, some of them have been killed. The exact number can be anything between 20 to 40. These are the varying figures coming from various media sources. That's one part. The second most important thing is that the narrative of BLA seems to be little more convincing for the simple reason, because we have fought insurgency for so long. For an insurgent group to survive, they have to keep the population on their side. So they couldn't be seen killing civilians and children, because if they do so, the civilians provide them all the intelligence, logistic support, etc., etc. So therefore, they will not like to annoy civilians for their own survival. That's a basic principle, because in an insurgency or counter-insurgency operation, people are the center of gravity. and you cannot fight a successful operation, whether from the insurgent side or from the counter-insurgency side, unless population is with you. So that makes some sense. That's one part of it. Secondly, as the other panelist was trying to say, let me say in no uncertain terms, TTP as well as the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province is also equally aggrieved in a manner. They feel that their Pashtuns have been divided. TTP is also targeting Pakistani army, and so are these Baluch groups. And in addition, they are also targeting the Chinese now, because they all feel, as was mentioned very correctly, that Baluch resources are being exploited, no jobs have been created for them, and this China-Pakistan economic corridor has become an exploitation corridor as far as they are concerned. Now, since their targets are Pakistani military in both cases, they have joined resources, they have also joined the intelligence setup of each other, and they are helping out each other. It was also in various international channels I have been seeing in the morning, since morning. I am given to understand that these groups have spoken in Afghanistan as well. So therefore, apparently there is a connection, because the Baluchis are not only in Pakistan, they are in Iran also, and they are in Afghanistan also. And their dream had been Greater Balochistan. That's a separate part of it. But the biggest chunk of Balochistan is in Pakistan. So apparently this is the kind of situation. Hostage situation is sensitive, and therefore I am sure that Pakistani military will handle it with that kind of sensitivity, because their own men are involved, and therefore they, even if there may be a release, they may succeed in getting their Baluchi prisoners released in this particular case. Subsequently, obviously, any hostage drama or any hostage action has to end at some point of time. It will end at some point of time, and I am sure the kind of atrocities which have been created by Pakistan army, that is the root cause of their hatred towards Pakistan army, and that perhaps this is not the